Hey guys, welcome back to Pet Brand Podcast. Today we have a truly inspiring guest joining us, Dr. Allan Coopersmith, the visionary behind Chewmate, a company revolutionizing pet oral care. Dr. Allen has dedicated his career to improving the health and well-being of pets with a focus on a critical yet often overlooked aspect of their health, oral hygiene. With a background in veterinary science and a passion for innovative solution, Dr. Allen founded Chewmate to tackle one of the most pervasive issues in pet health, gum disease. Through their groundbreaking product, TreatBrush, Dr. Allen and his team has made it clear for pet owners to take charge of their pet's oral health in a way that's effective, accessible, and pet friendly. We're excited to dive into Dr. Allen's journey and from his inspiration to start Jume to the science behind TreatBrush and the impact it's having on pets' lives worldwide. Along the way, we'll also gain valuable insight into the pet care industry, tips for improving your pet's oral hygiene, and a glimpse into the future of pet healthcare. Dr. Allen, thank you so much for hopping on this call.
Thank you very much. It's really a pleasure to be here.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So yeah, let's get started, Dr. Allen. Could you start by telling us a little about your background and how you ended up in the pet oral care and share the story behind founding Chewmate?
Sure. So I've been teaching and practicing dentistry for over 45 years.
Oh,
And my wife, who is a hygienist, who has been
mm-hmm.
practicing for over 20 years. And about 8 years ago, we got a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
of course, we, better than most people, understand how important
yeah,
it
yeah.
is to brush their dog's teeth
Mm-hmm.
and our own teeth for the same matter. And we struggled. We tried to brush the dog's teeth. We know more about the mouth and where the teeth are and how they grow and everything. So we're pretty good at, dealing with the mouth, and
Mm-hmm.
we found it almost impossible. The dog hated it. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, all dogs hate having their teeth brushed.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not natural for them. And the same thing, by the way, applies to cats as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we were frustrated. We didn't know what to do. And we know one thing, and that's something I'd love to share with everybody. The single most important thing that any pet parent can do for their dog's oral health and heart health
Mm-hmm.
and overall health, for that matter,
Mm-hmm.
is to brush the dog's teeth. Unfortunately, that's the one thing that dogs hate more than just about anything.
Yeah.
Even so instead of struggling, we figured there had to be a better way.
Mm-hmm.
So during COVID, actually, when the office was closed and everybody was settling in, we were doing research and
Mm-hmm.
figuring out a way that we can develop something that is a toy that the dog or the cat will enjoy so much that as
Mm-hmm.
they bite and chew into it, it will not only brush but also floss their own teeth and thereby get rid of all the bacteria that's in there, or a good part of it that
Mm-hmm.
causes the dental decay, and make everybody's life so much easier.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. And what do you think your teeth brush? What do you think what set teeth brush apart from other dental products out there for pets?
That's a great question. First of all, it really, really works.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody claims, I mean, there's thousands of products out there
Yeah.
that claim to brush their dog, to clean their dog's teeth. The problem is that there has been no decrease in dental disease for pets in the last 10 years, in spite of all the accomplishments and the technology and everything out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's similar to humans as well, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So, although a lot of people profess to say that their products work, in
Yeah.
fact, they have limitations. So, we took all those limitations into consideration when we devised our treat brush. But you don't have to believe me, because you just have to go to our website,
Yeah. Yeah.
getchewmate.com.
Mm-hmm.
And you can actually see there's a video. If you go to the how it works section, there's a video which will show you how when the tooth penetrates through the what we call our floss slots,
Mm,
that's the patented part. There are these little
mm,
rectangular openings that when the dog's tooth goes through it and bites through it, it actually cleans their teeth all the way around 360 degrees, just
mhm.
like a squeegee.
Yeah.
So that's what sets our oral care treat brush apart from any of the others.
Mhm.
Plus, it also has a built-in treat dispenser. So
Yeah.
we can actually put a treat, the dog's favorite treat, into the middle of it, and
Mhm.
it turns that treat into a toothbrush. So, they can chew on it all day long, and every time they chew and every time their tooth goes through the floss slot or it's rubbed on by the natural
Mhm.
rubber bristle, that's the toothbrush.
Yeah.
And that's what makes our treat brush so unique is that it both brushes and flosses the dog's teeth, and it's a treat dispenser, and it's a fetch toy, and it's a pull toy,
Mhm.
and it's a puzzle toy. So we kind of like to think of it as the ultimate
Yeah.
toy that brushes and flosses your teeth at the same time.
Uh-huh. Amazing, amazing. And I think a lot of people are not aware of the oral health of their dogs or cats, right? So how can, to make people aware, how can Treat Brush help prevent costly dental surgeries down the road for pet owners? I mean, what kind of costly dental surgeries cats or dogs will have if they are not taking care of their dental health?
That is a great, great question. Every pet parent loves their pet and they
Mhm.
want to do something really important for them that's going to increase their longevity and their well-being as
Mhm.
they grow. They're part of the family. So the single best thing you can do is take care of their oral health because not only will it, what's the first thing that a veterinarian does when he examines the dog or the cat? The very first thing, he looks into the dog's mouth
Mhm.
because dog's mouth is where it all starts, where oral
Yeah,
health
yeah, yeah.
starts
Mm-hmm.
and total body health starts. So the bacteria that's in the pet's mouth, the cat or the dog, just like in you and I,
Mm-hmm.
same bacteria are in a little different, but more or less the same. And it's that bacteria that causes
Mm-hmm.
the dental decay. And dogs and cats, they don't have to worry that much about tooth decay. It's very rare that they get tooth decay, but what they do get is they get a lot of gum disease.
Mm-hmm.
So gum disease is much worse because what happens, this bacteria, which starts off very, very soft, and it looks like creamy. If you look in the dog's mouth, you open up the dog or cat's mouth,
Mm-hmm.
you can see just where the tooth meets the gum.
Yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
the most important part. And if that's red, I'm not talking pink, but if it's red and inflamed
Mm-hmm.
and swollen,
Yeah.
uh, that means there's bacteria around the gum. So, and that bacteria goes into the tissues that are inflamed, they go into the circulation and
Mm-hmm.
goes all around the body, affecting the dog or cat's heart, their brain, their liver, kidneys,
Got it.
increases diabetes, et cetera, et cetera. So the
Mm-hmm.
simplest thing that anybody can do, any pet parent can do, is to clean that stuff off, that
Mm-hmm.
bacteria, that it's called dental plaque. If
Mm-hmm.
you can clean off the dental plaque or neutralize it, and the problem it's very hard to neutralize, but if you can physically brush or clean it off, then that will make the mouth completely healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Dental disease in pets
Yeah.
and in humans is the most prevalent disease, but it is also the most preventable disease
Mm-hmm.
with good oral hygiene. All you need to do is good oral hygiene for your pet or yourself. You will eliminate almost 90% of all dental disease. That's how
Wow.
easy it is.
Wow.
So that's why it's so compelling for people to take care of their dog and cat's teeth
Mm-hmm.
because they're going to live longer, they're going to live healthier, they're going to live better, and you are going to save a lot of money because if you get rid of the bacteria when it's soft
Yeah.
and you can do that, you will never need to go to the vet for a cleaning.
Mm-hmm. And these dental surgery must cost a lot, right?
Not only is it expensive, it's
Mm-hmm.
over like $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these animals end up needing it mainly when they're older. And when they're
Yeah.
older, they have a weaker heart, and
Mm-hmm.
and many times they don't come out of the surgery just
Mm-hmm.
because they're having their teeth cleaned. So, and why put the dog or cat or anybody who you love through
Mm-hmm.
that when it's completely preventable?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And do you think the journal people are like aware of this or?
No, no. As a
Mm.
matter of fact, 80% of dogs and 70% of cats over the age of 2 already have gum disease. And the reason for that is, and only 20% of the pet parents know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's the crucial
Mm-hmm.
crucial statistic. So
Mm-hmm.
people are not aware of that, unfortunately, and they're not aware that it's a relatively easy
Mm-hmm.
thing to control if you can brush your dog's teeth or cat's teeth, and you can start when they're puppies and very small. After all, look, they don't like to get their nails clipped,
Yeah.
so but
Mm-hmm.
we do that.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we
Mm-hmm.
have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to brush their teeth. And if we're not going to do it, and it's a real pain, I'll be the first one to tell you because I tried. You have to wait till the dog is in a good mood, till he's not hyper, and then has to coincide with your schedule and everything else.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you give him a treat brush, and he's going to brush and he's going to floss his own teeth, and he's going to love it. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what we did, and that's how it happened.
Amazing, amazing. Talking about more about your company, like when you first started Chewmate, what were the biggest hurdle you had to overcome in terms of getting the word out of your brand?
Um, because there's so many products out there that
Mm.
claim
Mm-hmm.
to brush or floss. Floss is now the new term. To
Yep.
they make a solid rope and they say it flosses your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just not common sense. But anyway, so that was our biggest hurdle to differentiate, to show why we're so much different and so much better. So that was the big hurdle.
Mm.
We just launched this year in 2024. We went to two trade shows. One
Yeah.
was in Orlando,
Mm-hmm.
the Global Pet Expo, and
Pet Expo, yeah. Mm-hmm.
we got Editor's Choice Award, and we got
Wow.
Best in Show by Blog Pause,
Mm-hmm.
and then we went to Las Vegas and it's very hot in August in Las Vegas. And and we won the Pet Product Award as well,
Wow.
Editor's Choice. So people are recognizing us, certainly. We're very excited, and we're very
Mm-hmm.
excited to send a message that there's finally a solution, an easy,
Mm-hmm.
affordable a solution and a fun solution
Mm-hmm.
to oral care. And so, by being on podcasts like this and spreading the word, and thank you very much for this opportunity because
Mm-hmm.
we really there's such a need for it, and we're really
Definitely.
excited to provide the tool that people can finally
Mm-hmm.
use.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think has been the most rewarding part of seeing Chewmate and TreatBrush grow into a successful product?
I think the most satisfying part for me is the enthusiasm that we're getting from veterinarians
Yeah.
and vet technicians,
Mm-hmm.
who are the ones who actually do the cleaning of the dog's teeth. We're
Mm-hmm.
getting a tremendous amount of great feedback that way. And, when a dog comes to the vet for a cleaning,
Mm-hmm.
the vet, just by cleaning, it's going to make a huge difference, which is terrific. But then you're going to send the dog back to the house,
Mm-hmm.
and same person is not going to be, he's not going to have his teeth brushed because he didn't have it in the first place. That's why he has a problem. So the whole cycle continues. So now finally the vets have something that they can prescribe or give to the patient, to
Mm-hmm.
the pet parent for the dog, and say, hey, here, try out this toothbrush, and it's a toy too, and so that's been very, very rewarding, as
Mm-hmm.
well as all the tremendous testimonials and the um and the feedback that we get, videos, people send us videos, really
Yeah.
funny videos, and
Mm-hmm.
so that's terrific.
Mm-hmm. Do you think now the pet industry is finally catching up on the importance of oral health for pets, or like is there are still a lot of work to do in the industry regarding this specific area?
I think that pet oral care has really come into the limelight of being important as far as
Mm-hmm.
overall care of the pet. I really do. And you can see that because most of the new products all have an oral care slant to them,
Mm.
but unfortunately, it's more for marketing
Yeah,
than
it's
it
what, yeah,
for
marketing gimmick,
actual
yeah.
for actually solutions. So they claim,
Mm-hmm.
that's there. There is an accreditation that is the Veterinary Oral Health Council accreditation, which is an extremely expensive process. It's many hundreds of thousands of dollars,
Mm-hmm.
and they do accredit certain things, but all of the products out there, like I said, and the reason is that there has been no significant improvement, claim a lot, but they don't really do very much. And that's why I think there was such a need for something that actually worked. And
Mm-hmm.
and that was our solution to it.
Amazing. So, for example, if a person who is listening to this podcast and they are pet owners, so what are some of the early dental disease signs that a pet owner should keep an eye out for?
Well, when a dog has doggy breath, as they
Okay.
say,
Mm-hmm.
when you go to kiss your dog
Mm-hmm.
and whoa, there's this big green cloud of odor coming at you.
Yeah.
Most of the time, unless he's been eating sardines or like raw,
Mm-hmm.
like not great fish, um, most of the time that's already a sign that there's already gum disease and periodontal disease in the dog's mouth. So the most important thing you can do is you can bring him to, because if he's at that point, you really certainly want to bring him to the vet to
Mm-hmm.
check. But the treatment is the same thing as the prevention.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you remove the bacteria, that white slimy bacteria that's
Mm-hmm.
hiding right near the gum line, which is the worst part right over there, that's the stuff that causes almost all the problems in the pet's mouth, either
Oh.
cat or.
Mhm. And like, do you recommend any other supplement or treatment to go along with TreatBrush to improve dental health?
Absolutely. Dental disease, although we know what, and we're really lucky, we know the cause of dental disease. There are
Mm-hmm.
many, many, many
Hmm.
different medical specialties can't say that, but we can say that. We know the cause of dental disease, and it's the dental plaque. So anything that helps to remove that dental plaque
Hmm.
is going to help their oral health. So we have what I think is your best bang for the buck type of product, which
Hmm.
you just give it to the dog and the dog will do it himself.
Yeah.
But there are other very exciting products out there, which which we're looking into actually incorporating within our collection of oral care products.
Mm-hmm.
Um, specifically in the probiotic category.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same for human on the
Mm-hmm.
human side too, because we're so the microbiome starts in the mouth.
Yeah.
And it's that then it continues down to become the gut microbiome, which
Mm-hmm.
everybody knows how important it is. So there's certain things that we could control with the starting at the oral microbiome basis, which
Mm-hmm.
will be terrific not only for the teeth and gums and mouth, but will continue going on throughout. And we're extremely
Mm-hmm.
happy that in about 2 weeks we're ready to launch our
Wow.
treat for cats,
Okay.
and and we're just waiting for it to arrive in inventory, and
Uh-huh.
it's the only, I can say this with a lot of confidence, it is the only
Mm-hmm.
um, dental toy for cats out there. We call it the cat treat brush or treat brush for cats,
Mm-hmm.
which will not only brush but also floss the cat's teeth and be able, and it's a treat dispenser too.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really excited about that too because I believe this year cat is where it's at. No offense to the dogs, I'm a dog owner, but
Same.
a cat was even more challenging to address than the dog.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we're happy that we've given equal opportunity to both.
Mm-hmm. I was going to come to this question, like, what's next step for Chewmate? So beside this and the supplement you're talking about, like any other product that's are on the in the pipeline.
Oh yeah, there's lots of exciting things. And
Uh-huh.
and I can tell you if you promise not to tell anybody. I'm joking. So no, I am very proud of the fact that we have three issued patents, two patents pending,
Mm-hmm.
uh, plus a lot of proprietary stuff that's going on. So we're all about innovation.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, traffic drives sales
Yeah.
and innovation drives traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really excited. We're looking we're going to develop a line of treats as well
Mm-hmm.
using our proprietary technology. And even the ingredients within the treats are going to be proprietary as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to have a complete kit, an oral care kit at the
Yeah.
end of the day
Wow.
where there'll be toys and different kinds of tools and medicaments, all these things, all a one-stop shop. And that's will be all ready by next year.
Great. Amazing. So, like, you're talking about patents and also, does it take a lot of time to get the patent approved and everything?
Oh,
Is it like
yes.
long?
It's probably one of the most expensive parts of the whole process.
Oh God. Somehow.
So, but your product has to be different and unique enough. And you asked me before, why is our product, different?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's different because it's patented. And nobody can use this technology. It's
Mm-hmm.
already issued. So, and there's many patents pending. And of course, there'll probably be copies coming down the road. But as we say, nobody can ever copy your next invention.
Mm-hmm.
So and my wife and I, that's our main company is innovation.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes from AllNet Innovation, and that's a company that oversees Chewmate and another product called Perio Twist for humans, which we're
Okay.
about to relaunch as well. So it's very exciting. We're committed. We're all in
Mm-hmm.
preventing dental disease. um, because we know what the cause is. The problem is there's
Mm-hmm.
never really efficient enough and affordable enough and easy enough to use products that can eliminate
Mm-hmm.
or significantly reduce the dental plaque bacteria that causes the problem in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. So how do you see the future of pet oral health care evolving in the next 5 years or in next 10 years?
I think it's going to it'll probably be next to nutrition. I
Okay.
think it will be probably the number
Mm-hmm.
one most important consideration that pet parents will have
Mm-hmm.
because in the next 5 years, there is no doubt that it will be just a way of life. The World Health Organization this year declared oral health
Yeah.
as the most important component of
Mm-hmm.
complete health and wellness. That's how important it is. It's one of the most common diseases, and like I said, the most preventable one.
Mm-hmm.
So, could you
Yeah.
imagine the impact that we can have? Everybody working together, veterinarians, dentists, dental hygienists, it's the same problem, it's the same solution,
Mm.
just the tools have to be modified, personalized
Yeah.
to fit either the human or the pet. But I
Mm.
think it's a tremendously exciting field,
Mm-hmm.
and every day there's bigger and better innovations coming,
Mm.
and for the first time in a long, long time, I'm truly encouraged both on the human side and especially the pet side for
Mm.
the desire to want to be proactive and be able to change,
Yeah.
the whole
Whole.
health and illness
Mm-hmm.
cycle.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Or beside this, like any other new trends that you are seeing in the industry that you are particularly excited about?
In the whole pet industry.
Yeah, in
Well,
the whole pet
well,
industry.
yeah, it's the oral care. It's the oral care. I mean, everybody wants things that are multifunctional. In other words, why give your pet just a treat when you can
Mm-hmm.
give him a treat that will actually make him better in
Mm-hmm.
one way or another? So we have all these new functional treats, and incorporated with every treat, you should have a dental component in it
Mm-hmm.
because unfortunately, even treats only clean the dog's teeth maybe 10 to 12, sometimes 15%.
Mm-hmm.
And that's by getting the VOHC approval. The
Yeah,
problem with treats is that we are over treating our pets, and it's contributing to obesity and pet diabetes and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Because so how many treats can you give them? You're gonna have to give them 10 treats to, with our treat brush. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
you just put one treat on the inside, it'll
Yeah.
last a few days. The treat companies don't like to hear that, but
Yeah.
but a treat can last, a few days and still give you the benefit. And if it's a dental treat, it's
Yeah.
even, it's even better.
Uh-huh.
So the
Definitely.
multifunctionality is important.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So talking more about the personal insight question, what's your favorite thing about working in the pet industry as a whole?
That's the easiest question you ask all day. The people, the
Uh-huh.
people in the pet industry are terrific. They
Mm-hmm.
really, really are. They're genuine. You know what? Anybody who loves pets,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
is a good person. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, and all our interactions have been wonderful. Really, that's the best part that I see.
Definitely, because I have also been on client calls and podcast call with the people in this industry. it's always a positive. It's always very passionate, the way that they talk about the pet, the way they talk about their product, just like you are talking about, right? And how it is going to impact, and it is amazing, just getting that vibe, getting that energy. Yeah.
Yeah, the people and the passion.
Definitely. So what's one piece of advice would you give to someone who wants to innovate in the pet care space, or who wants to get started in the pet care industry?
Call me. I'll tell you all the mistakes that I made.
Mhm.
It's a very difficult, and although there's so many people who gravitate to the pet industry because
Mhm.
it's so wonderful, but by the same token, there's a lot of people out there who are trying to get your money and promise you things that they
Yeah.
can't deliver. Not, not unlike in many other different areas, but it's terribly expensive to
Mm,
start
mm,
something in the pet industry,
mm.
especially. And
Especially if you are innovating something new.
yes,
Mm.
yes, because no matter how good the product is, you have to be as good to communicate
Yeah. Mm,
that and have the financial whereabouts and to do the social media drives retail sales,
mm,
and and so you have to pump stuff into social media. You have to understand not only the pet industry but the marketing
mm,
within the pet industry, which is a whole different area as well, and it's very specific. Um,
mm,
so um, we made a lot of mistakes at the beginning, but
mm,
we're really on track now, and very excited at our progress and
mm,
and where we're heading, and looking forward. Every day is it's not work, it's a joy.
I was going to come to the back to the question, like what were the mistakes that you made, that if you like to share in the beginning of when you were starting your Geomate and everything else.
Sure. So when we started off, we
Mm-hmm.
we had only two SKUs. We had
Mm-hmm.
a bone for large dogs and a bone for small dogs. And then we got professional advice, and they said, "Oh no, you can't just go with just two SKUs. You have to develop a whole line of SKUs. And that
Okay.
way, when you go to then people are reluctant just to have. So we developed a whole line of stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
then we went to some people and they said, "Oh, that's too many." And then, you have to know who to believe, and you have
Yeah.
to do your own homework, like for
Mm-hmm.
everything,
Mm-hmm.
and really be skeptical of what
Mm-hmm.
anybody tells you and
So did you
find
had
out.
any sort of like a mentor or someone in like in the pet industry connection who was guiding you through this process, or you were doing it on your own?
Well, that's a really good question. And we started off doing it on our own.
Mm-hmm.
And then we realized that we knew nothing about the pet industry other
Mm-hmm.
than going into a pet store. We had already, my wife, like I said, who was a hygienist, and I had already developed an award-winning interdental cleaner for humans called the Perio Twist. And we went on Kickstarter, and did tremendously well. We were product of the year and touch of modern. Then we ran out, so we're just redeveloping the whole thing now, and we're about to launch it in February. But
Mm-hmm.
we knew that market, we knew the technology,
Yeah.
we knew how to sell it,
Mm-hmm.
but pet industry is a completely different animal, with certain things that go to supermarkets and certain things go to the big box stores. And you really need somebody who
Mm-hmm.
knows that industry really well to consult with. And certainly that's the one thing that I didn't do, thinking that how could it be so much different? And it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, Dr. Allen, it's been such a pleasure having you on the show today, and your passion for pets and commitment to improving their oral health is truly inspiring. So, anyone or the listeners, thank you for tuning in. And if you want to learn more about Dr. Allen's works or try TreatBrush for your pets, be sure to check out their website. I will leave all the links in the description below. And don't forget to share this episode with other pet lovers and subscribe for more conversation like this. Dr. Anand, thank you so much once again. We hope to have you back in the future again.
I would love to be back, and thank you so much.
Amazing, amazing. So this podcast will be available on YouTube, Spotify, and my team will also be creating short form content of this. So it will also be available on LinkedIn.
That's terrific. Thank
Amazing,
you so much.
amazing. And you are also a part of my WhatsApp group on it's a
Ah,
community. Yeah,
okay,
I will share
great.
it. Yeah, I will share it on the group too.
That's so great. Thank you so much.
Great.
Really, you